Welcome aboard for this series of 4 videos, London bound aboard Mark Prior, originally filmed for www.shippingtv.co.uk by me, Chris Gosling, otherwise known as the Old Geezer. It was an opportunity to take a truly unusual journey in this day and age, and I hope you enjoy the experience. We're aboard JJ Prior's ship Mark Prior on the spring morning of 13th of April 2015. The time is just coming up to around 7 AM, which means that it's high water at the ballast quay at Fingering-Hoe in Essex. The ship is loaded with 280 tons of sand and stone, around 15 lorries worth if you like, and as soon as the hatch covers are secure, we'll be underway.
It's 38 years.
That's how long young Derek has been working at this wharf, and he seems pretty happy with his lot. Time to move.
Yes, good morning to you. Port control from the Mark Prior with the voyage details, if you have a pen. Right, you must be the only one there that has. Yeah, anyway, we're just leaving Colchester bound for Brewery Wharf, Deptford. And POB is 3. Draft 2.9, ETA Gravesend 1545, and the departure details will be 21:15 today. Yeah, persons on board 3, draft 1.9, bound Colchester.
The mate drops the head rope and the spring back onto the quay, and then the skipper puts her astern, and she moves back against the stern rope. Unlike highly manoeuvrable small ships like tugs with azimuth thrusters or twin screws, Mark Prior has a single screw, so knowing how to use that available power, combined with the rudder and rope work, is essential when moving in confined areas or close to other vessels. The bow swings out well clear of Bert Prior up ahead, and we're able to cast off and depart. Time to learn a little about Mark Prior's history and life so far.
What would you call her? Would you call her a coaster, a barge?
Well, she started off in her earlier life for Crescent Shipping. She was called the Lobe, and she was classed as a coaster in those days. And she used to run across to Rotterdam, Antwerp, Brussels, that sort of near continental work. But then, sort of the ships, coasters became bigger, larger. So she sort of basically just started doing Thames estuary work, and then classed as a barge. So in answer to your question, she started off as a coaster and she's ended up a barge. But that's the market that did that. She was in a day when she was built, she was quite, she carries 280, 290 tons, and in those days, with the freight rates and everything, it made it beneficial for Crescent Shipping.
She was a decent little ship.
She was, busy little ship. She's been a busy little ship all her life, actually. She's about 2.8 draft, loaded, and empty. She's 1.8, 1.9 draft, don't carry any ballast. There's just a 4-peak tank that we fill up so that we can see over the bow when she's empty. Otherwise, she's stuck up in the air. She's a flatboat boat, so that's what they're built for, really, sitting on drying out berths. Like our berth up at Deptford, for example. That's up the creek, that dries out completely. You know, at low water, you wonder how ships get in there. But so she's still running strong. You know, she's getting on a bit now. She's built in '69, and she's had a hard life, especially on this sand and gravel run. You know, non-stop. So, but she's still earning her keeps, shall we say?
And she's working 7 days a week?
Yep, she works 7 days a week, non-stop. Unless, of course, it's really bad weather or something, then we have to stop. Grab discharge, which is also quite tough on the ship, exactly. But she's sort of built for it. She's got like a trimming hatch. She hasn't got frames. It's like a box. Made a wooden box out of it, so it's easier for discharge. Steel ceiling. Originally, she was built with a wooden ceiling floor in the hold, but with the grab discharge all the time, it makes it a lot more easier with a steel ceiling, of course.
As we near the river's entrance to the North Sea, Peter sets up the wheelhouse for the mate to take over.
Right, Frank, she's all yours.
His name is Martin, but he's better known as Fraggles or Frags, and he doesn't mind at all.
I'll just have a look down the engine room, make sure everything's all right down there. Before I have my breakfast.
A ship of this size only carries a crew of 2, so responsibility for the engine's well-being and the ship's mechanical systems comes down to the skipper. Every day he carries out the routine checks and servicing jobs, calling in a specialist if something serious goes wrong. I'm delighted to say I'm on the ration strength for the day, and here's breakfast made by the mate, eaten by me and the skipper.
That was you!
That wasn't me, skipper, that was all you.
No, you've eaten it all. That's why I'm so petite.
And that's us, punching against the tide now for a few hours on our way up towards the Thames. We'll be back with part 2 soon, as we get to and sail up the capital's river.